In this project, I want to show you what most people don't get to see about the sport of hockey. By the end of this, you should have a better understanding of the game, the closely knit hockey community, and why to us hockey is so different from all other sports and can be related in many ways to everyday life. You will see our shared beliefs, norms, and attitudes that guide our behavior. The world's greatest and most exciting game is easy to follow once you know a few basic rules and practices. Here's a brief guide to ice hockey. The ice sheet is commonly known as the rink. The rink is divided into zones by a red line at center ice and two blue lines. The standard rink measures 200 feet by 85 feet. The ice is enclosed by boards and plexiglass. Games are played for 3 20-minute periods with rules in ice hockey which are meant to keep the game fast-paced and give penalties to players who break them. Ice hockey is played with skates, protective gear, a stick, and a puck, which is used to score on the opposing team. It is a simple game played around the world, but there's much more to the game. You see, hockey isn't like all other sports. The cool thing about hockey is we all started the same way. We all had to learn how to skate. We all had to fall and get back up. The game is so different from others because you just can't pick it up and be good. It takes time and hard work. Hockey is a loyal mate, passionate, thrilling, demanding, pushing you to be your best. It's sentimental. It doesn't forget its past. Everyone matters. Hockey is hard. Some make it look easier with a skill set sent from gods like Alex Ovechkin here, but it's hard for them too, as long as you play with love and smarts and toughness. People like Gregory Campbell are the drumbeat of hockey. He will play 10 to 15 minutes a game. He will score a goal once every 10 or 15 games in an 85 NHL game season. He's good for about a minute of penalty kill time every game. He will dig, constantly dig. His teammates talk about how they don't know anyone who loves the game quite as much. So it was typical stuff when Campbell went to the ice to block a shot. What wasn't typical was that he was clearly badly hurt. It turned out the puck had broken his leg. He stayed on one knee for a few seconds, obviously in terrible pain, obviously unable to go on. But then he did what hockey players seem to do. He did go on. He got up on both legs, putting all his pressure on his good leg. He hobbled around as the power play lingered around him. He stabbed at a puck and was able to knock it just offline. He stayed up until whistle. On March 10th, 2014, the unthinkable happened. Dallas Stars forward Rich Peverley collapsed on the bench and went into cardiac arrest. Quick reactions from medical staff and the use of a defibrillator revived him back to life. Once Rich Peverley had regained consciousness, he asked to be put back in the game. Typical hockey player. We get hurt. We get our hearts broken. The implausible can happen to us. But we get up again and again. Because what would you be if you didn't get up and didn't try? It's the only way to live. In hockey, we learn what it is to be a team, and that the name on the front of the jersey is more important than the one on the back. The game has shown us that an underdog can win, no matter the circumstances, or who, or what you're up against. If you give it all you got, you accomplish more than you thought, more than others thought. There's a purpose behind almost every play. We acknowledge that fighting can be violent and emotional for a team, and it may be entertaining. But a player who doubts his club and puts himself in harm's way on behalf of his teammates, to us, is selfless and courageous.
The waiting is over! The Stanley Cup
That we do what we do, and we accomplish something impactful.
And this one will last a lifetime!
Can turn a grown man into a boy, jumping for joy. Hockey has taught us all to be humble, whether we win or lose. To every game, no matter what, each team lines up and shakes each other's hands as a sign of respect. It reminds us that we play the game for fun. TJ Oshie put on one of the most memorable performances in USA hockey history and scored the game winner against Russia in a shootout. He was told after the game that people had been calling him an American hero. His response to this was, "The American heroes are wearing camo. That's not me." Sam Tageson was born with 2 heart chambers, not 4, a condition known as hypoplastic left heart syndrome. A huge Sharks fan, he signed a 1-day contract with the club and took part in warm-ups and stood on the blue line with his heroes during the national anthem. As he was introduced over the PA system, when he left the bench before the game began, the emotions of the moment took over, and Tageson would be seen crying as he waved to the crowd, stating it was the most memorable thing in his life. He surely wasn't the only one who shed a tear. Hockey doesn't care if you're a giant like Zdeno Chara or small like Nathan Gerby. It's about heart. If you are male or female, the game doesn't care. Anyone can play and make their mark. The day Manon Rhem made her NHL debut, the Tampa Bay Lightning, fans cheered, "Put her in." It doesn't discriminate, because in hockey, we are all one. We value each other for what brings us together. In the end, there's one thing that brings us all together: our love for the game. Why? Why do we skate back and forth night after night? Skating so hard you throw up. Skating so hard your heart beats, rings in your head, while your lungs are gasping for air. Late nights, early mornings, Friday nights, Saturday evenings, broken bones, torn muscles, and deep bruises. We skate through it all, because we live off our adrenaline, because the game frees your spirit, because the party in the locker room is fine, because you're invincible when you step on the ice, because a shot can make you smile all night, sniping the twine, the rattling of the boards, the feel of the puck, gates carving into the ice is a rhythm to live by, because it's possible to skate fast enough to leave all your worries behind. Sweat is the cologne of our accomplishment. Why? Why would someone push themselves so hard? It's not for the money. It's not for the fame. We do it because we love it.